It depends on the type of person in front of me. So I would never, ever, I wouldn't even hazard a guess on how long it would take. I think it's a life skill. I think it developed. I'm still working on mine, and I would say I've got, you know, really high level of emotional intelligence. But because if someone comes and they're vaguely aware of their own emotions and their own behaviors already, then that's kind of not halfway there, but you're already on that start. If someone comes along and says, well, there's nothing wrong with me, I'm perfect, then there's a lot more work going on behind the scenes. So, you know, just even starting that journey, you know, you can make a difference in 6 weeks, but I would say it can really take a long time, a matter of years to really nail it. And also you slip, you slip. No one's perfect. So even when you think you've got your emotional intelligence down pat and something happens, can impact you as well. So it's not something that is, you know, you learn and that's it. It's something that you have to work on, and I have to work on. I know all the basics, I practice it all the time, but I still sometimes, my buttons get pushed and I'm like, woo! You know, I've got to really hang on to that. So,
yeah, I think it's like in my area, it's like public speaking. It's not, it's something that you always need to get better at if you want to. It's not something, okay, I've done it, I've nailed it, I'm perfect at giving presentations, speaking in public. That there's always room for improvement, and I understand it's similar in this area. And before you mentioned, I think it was the third element, motivation, right?
Yeah.
Now you also say, and I've read some of your pieces online, some of your articles, that motivation, no, the success is an inside job, and so it's this idea of internal versus external motivation. So could you tell us more about that?
Yeah. So in my experience, for myself and the people around me, people I've worked with, my friends and family, what I've seen is that when something is generated internally, so it's a want or a wish that's internal, generally it's more it's more genuine. It's more affected to you. When you are looking externally for, you know, success, promotion, rewards, monetary gain, you might be motivated for a short time, but then you get the money and then it kind of falls a bit flat. So for me, what I found is that when it's internal, when it's something that is kind of heart-centered, and I'm a bit around that. I'm about believing in myself first before I take it outside of the room, so to speak. When it's internal and it's really passionate to you, you're more likely to maintain that motivation and be, even when things are not going well, you know, you've had a few setbacks, you're more likely to stick at something when it's internal, or you know, when it's something internal for you and the motivation is there for you, you're more likely to stick at something.